student, and your name and age, please.
Hello, I am Khushi. I am 21 years old.
Okay, so I'll be performing for the sensory nervous system or sensory reflex and also the muscle stress reflex. So is that okay with you?
Yes, that's okay.
Okay, so we'll proceed with that.
Hello everyone, I'm Shobhajit Havdar. I'm second year medical student, and in this video I'm going to perform the examination of the sensory nervous system. So for the examination of the sensory nervous system, I'll show first pain and temperature, next position and vibration, then light touch and discriminative touch. So let's proceed. And before proceeding, there are some tips for examining the sensory nervous system. Compare symmetric areas of both sides of the body in arms, legs and trunks. For pain, touch and temperature sensation, compare from distal to proximal areas. For position and vibration sensation, proceed with the fingers and toes first. Then, if it is normal, then you can proceed with the proximal areas. For the sensory nervous system examination, first I will proceed with the pain and pain sensation. So, okay, now close your eyes please and give me your hand. Okay, tell me, is it sharp or dull? Okay.
Okay. Sharp, dull, sharp, dull, sharp, dull.
Okay. Now this hand.
Sharp, dull, sharp, dull.
After the pain sensation, discard this pin because it may cause a bloodborne infection. Now for the temperature sensation. Okay, can you close your eyes and I will place an object. Tell me, is it hot or cold? Okay.
Okay.
So now raise your hand. See.
This is hot.
Okay.
Cold. Hot. Cold.
Okay, thank you. Now you can open your eyes.
Now I'll examine for the light touch sensation. So kindly tell me if you feel any touch and point me out when, where. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Close your eyes. Okay.
Here. Here. Here.
Okay, this is good.
So now I'll be examining for the sense of vibration of sensory nervous system. For that I'm gonna use this low pitch tuning fork, that is 120 Hz. So I'll tap gently on the ball of my hand and I'll be placing this tuning fork on the distal interphalangeal joints of the fingers. Then also at the big toe of the foot. So tell me if you feel any vibration on your finger. Okay.
Okay.
Do you feel any vibration
Yes.
here?
Yes.
Okay. Now give me this hand. Okay. Now for this. Do you feel any vibration?
Yes.
Okay. Now. Give me your toe. Okay. Just hold it.
Not phone पे रखूँ.
Do you feel any
Yes.
vibration?
Yes.
Okay. Again. Do you feel any vibration?
Yes.
Okay. So here the sense of vibration is normal. Next, I'll examine for the proprioception or joint position sense. For that, kindly raise it. For that, I'll separate this big toe from the other fingers, and I'll demonstrate that is up and down.
Okay.
So now close your eyes and tell me it is up or down. Okay.
Okay. up, down, up, down,
Okay. Now this finger, please.
up, down, up, down,
Okay. Now give me your hand. Close your eyes.
up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down,
Now this hand.
up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Okay. Thank you. Now for the sensory nerve system examination, we'll proceed with the discriminative touch. So first, for the discriminative touch, we'll proceed with the stereognosis. Stereognosis refers to ability identifying an object by feeling it. So I'll be placing some known object on your hand. You have to close your eyes and tell me what is it. Okay? Now close your eyes and give me your hand. Now tell me what is.
That is a key.
Okay. Now.
That's a coin.
Okay. Now
A coin.
this hand. This hand now.
A key.
Okay.
A coin.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now
That's a coin.
and now.
A coin. This one's smaller, this one's bigger.
Okay. Thank you. Now for the previous test, that is a stereognosis. If the patient has arthritis or any problem with manipulating the object by feeling it, so then we'll proceed with the graphization. I'll draw some similar known numbers and the patient has to identify it. So give me your hand and close your eyes please. Okay, tell me which number I have drawn, okay?
Okay. 3, 7,
Okay, now this hand.
3, 6.
Okay, that is good. Now I'll be performing 2-point discrimination test. For that, I'll place this 2-end paper clip on the finger pad, and I'll ask the patient at which minimum distance the patient can discriminate the 2 points from one from the another. It is usually less than 5 millimeter in the finger pens. So kindly close your eyes and give me a hand. Okay. Now tell me at which distance you feel the 2 points. Okay.
Okay.
Place both ends simultaneously. Okay. Okay. Now this end. Okay. Usually the distance between the 2 points varies from the different parts of the body. Now I'll be performing point localization and extension. So I'll place this upon your hand or leg. Just you have to tell me where I have touched this, okay? Now
Okay.
close your eyes. Open your eyes and point out where I have touched. Okay. Now again close your eyes. Okay. Now I will be performing that for the extension. I will place on the both side of your body and you have to identify it by opening your eyes, okay?
Okay.
Now close your eyes. Now point me out. Again, close your eyes. Open and say. Okay. So the sensory sensation is good. Okay, so now I'll be performing the muscle stretch reflex. For the muscle stretch reflex examination, I'll be using this reflex hammer This has two sides. It is a flat end and a pointy end. So this has different use. I'll be showing during the examination. So while examining the muscle stretch reflex with the using the reflex hammer, place your thumb and the index finger at the end and point a arc and gently strike. So next we will proceed.
Now, this is the grading scale for reflexes. Here it is denoted by 0 to 4. So grade 4, that is very brisk, hyperactive with clonus. So later I have shown the examination for clonus. Then grade 3 is brisker than average, possibly but not necessarily indicative of any disease. Then grade 2, that is average or normal. Then grade 1 is somewhat diminished, that is low normal. And the grade 0 is indicates that is the reflex action is absent.
First, I will proceed for the biceps tendon reflex. So now give me your hand, and for the biceps tendon reflex, slightly flex the arm and pronate it inside, and place your one finger on the biceps tendon and slightly strike, and while strike, look for the contraction of the biceps muscles and the flexion of the elbow. So okay. Now I'll be examining for the tricep reflex. For that, slightly flex the arm and palms toward the body and gently strike just above the elbow on the back side, and look for the stretch of the triceps muscle and also the extension of the elbow. So now okay, so this reflex action is normal. Now for the test of the brachioradialis reflex. For that, gently put the hand on the patient lap and slightly flex, and strike just 1 to 2 centimeter above the wrist on the radialis muscle, and look for, while striking, look for the flexion and supination of the hand. Now okay, so this reflex action is normal. Now I will examine for the quadriceps or the patellar reflex. For that, first identify the patellar tendon is just below the patella. Now place your hand on the anterior thigh and slightly strike with the pointy end of the reflex hammer, and watch for the contraction of the quadriceps and extension of the knee. Okay, so that is normal. I'll examine for the stretch reflex for the Achilles tendon. For that, the first flex both at hip and knee region, and externally rotate on so that the lower foot can place on the opposite shin bone. Now slightly dorsiflex the foot and gently strike on the Achilles tendon, and look for the muscle stretch here and also the plantar flexion after the striking. So for that, again, okay, so that is for the Achilles tendon stretch reflex. Now, while examining the muscle stretch reflex for the both upper and lower extremities, then if you go for the test for the clonus. Clonus is a involuntary shaking movement. So for that, slightly for examining the clonus, slightly flex the knee and hold that position, and now perform the dorsiflexion and plantar flexion for several times. Then now Now stay at the dorsiflexion position and look for any rhythmic contraction in this position. Okay, so there is no clonus present. You may also find the clonus if the person is tensed or just after the exercise. Now I'll examine for the cutaneous or superficial stimulation reflex. First of all, I'll examine for the abdominal reflex. So for the abdominal reflex test, at the upper position, test for the T8, T9 and T10, and below T10, T11 and T12, and look for the contraction of the abdominal muscles, and sometimes also the umbilicus may be shift toward the contractions. So for that, and go from the outward toward the umbilicus. So first upper. Now okay. Okay, now I will examine for the plantar flexion. So for that I am using a key, and while examining the plantar flexion, move this key from heel to the ball of the toe, and from the lateral to medial aspect, and drawing an arc. Look for the plantar flexion of the big toe. While this, if the big toe remains on the extended position or the dorsiflex position, that indicates the positive Babinski reflex. So now examine, and so slight touch. Okay, it is a plantar flexion occurs again. Okay, so there is no positive sign for Babinski reflex, so that is normal.